Video 1. Hello everyone. This is not the same Fluke that you know. This is Editing Fluke. Editing Fluke and Star of the Show Fluke are two very different dogs. Alright, today, Star of the Show Fluke wanted me to show you guys how I edit his videos. So I'm just going to walk you through the editing process and what exactly I do to make the videos look the way that they are. I know this is going to be pretty boring for a lot of the viewers here, but I also think that it's going to be very valuable for those who are interested in starting their own YouTube channels, or those who are just interested in like dabbling their feet in YouTube and seeing how much work it actually is to get a decent product. Decent audio, decent color grading, everything that goes into actually making a decent video. Speaking of lighting, so welcome to this week's video. Let's get started. So to start off, I'm going to show you Fluke's setup. This is what he uses. It's his camera. He doesn't really use this microphone. He uses this microphone. It feels really weird speaking about myself in the third person. I record all of my audio through OBS, and it also captures the screen. So those are the three inputs that I'm using. I'm using video input, OBS, and my screen. But I'm sure you guys are more curious about how I edit and all the effects that I use. So let's just jump into that. So once you drop everything into Final Cut, you just want to line up the audio, line up the video, and make it look pretty. I'm going to drag in all of the video here. Now I'm going to drag in all of the audio, which is taken from OBS. And because the audio from my camera is not as nice as the audio from my microphone, I actually replaced the audio. So I just line these two up. And see the little snaps right here? I just line them up. Oh, you'll see me cut these videos, and because I cut so many times, I programmed the X button to cut, and then I also programmed this button on my mouse to delete. So whenever I want to cut something, I'll just press X, bam, and then I press the button right here, and it deletes it. It enables like super fast workflow, and I'm able to carve out the editing process for a video super fast. So I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna line it up. Let's see if it's out of sync.
Okay, that was pretty good.
You hear that? It's out of sync. I don't like that. So I'm gonna fix it by shortening the video. Click this, and I click the custom button, and then you can literally just drag the video just a little bit to make it a little bit shorter. Isn't that awesome?
Okay, that was pretty...
There we go, I fixed it. So now I've just lined up the video and the audio. The next thing I would do is I would master the audio. I don't know what it's called. Mastering the audio? I'll just fix up the audio so it doesn't sound too quiet, I guess. I add a lot of compression onto it. I add a bit of squeeze onto the audio. And I know you can do it in Final Cut, but I actually export the audio from Final Cut and then I open it in GarageBand. That way I can edit all the levels, and then I re-import it into Final Cut Pro. Not the best practice, but it works for me, okay? Just drag in the audio track, you know? Just drag it on in. And then once it's dragged in, you just go to the master controls and you can add a little bit of squeeze, add a little bit of compression, and a little bit of limiter. These ultimately just make my voice louder. I know you can add this with Final Cut, but I don't. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Because I am. I don't know, I think it's really fun to share this kind of stuff with you because this is literally 80% of the time it takes to make a video, right? I film 45 minutes of a video, but then I spend 7 to 8 hours editing the video to make it look nice for all of you. So it's really refreshing to be able to explain to you my process, and maybe this will help one or two of you. Okay, now that I've exported my audio, I drag it in. Now I just delete the old audio there, and now the audio is done. So now I'm gonna go over to the video and actually color grade the video. Oh my gosh, I love this shot. I'm going to drag in a pre-made preset that I have. These presets are basically just a filter that you would put on, but I edited it myself. Up at the top right of Final Cut, you have this little color inspector, and this is where you can like adjust the exposure. Wow, look at that. Or the saturation and stuff like that. But because I don't want to adjust all of these dials every single time, I just went down to Save Effects Preset and made my own presets. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this on top of here, and now we've successfully color graded the video. Okay, once I've done that, I want to line up the iPhone videos that I shot. So I'll probably just fast forward me lining up all the videos because it's not really that exciting. Perfect. Lined up perfectly. Yes. I don't know why I get excited over these things. I don't know, I love editing just as much as I love shooting videos. I think being a YouTuber is not only about loving shooting videos, you also have to be pretty committed to editing your own videos yourself. Okay, so here is the timeline. It looks a little bit complicated, but Trust me, okay? It's not that bad. We have the audio that I added, we have the screen, we have our video, and we have the TikTok video. So I'm actually gonna merge this. And actually, I don't even need the recording of my screen, so I can just remove that. So now it's only 2 layers, okay? I've simplified it. And everything is nice and lined up. So now I can go through with the initial pass of cutting. So I'm gonna explain to you how I edit my videos now. You guys have probably skipped through the video just to get to this point. Because maybe you already know how to set up all your videos and you just wanna learn how to cut and edit a video like me. The way that I edit videos is I go through the entire video and I do several cuts. So the first time I go through the video, I cut out all the awkward pauses, but then I also cut out all of the bits that I don't like or it doesn't fit with the rest of the video, and that's usually the most tedious work. The second pass is where I actually add in all the effects, like all the zoom effects, all of the cropping effects, and I also add in some simple background music or something to make the video more interesting so that you don't get bored and decide to stop watching the video. And then the third pass is kind of like the final pass where I just watch it through and make sure that everything looks good, and if it's good to go, then I can export it. So let's begin. So actually right here, I make a new project. All these extra videos are Patreon content only, and you'll see me add random clips to bloopers or deleted scenes as I go through and I do the initial cut. So right here is where the vlog would be. So I'm just gonna Control-C and delete, go over to the vlog, Control-V, and bam, it's its own project. Now I shortened it, so now I only have to cut down maybe about 28 minutes of video, which is nice for me mentally because looking at a big long video of 45 minutes, it can really wear you down. So now let's go through and do the initial cut. Let's go. Whoa, I'm back. So you'll see in my YouTube videos, I do a lot of cropping and I move screens around a lot, and I'll just show you how I do that. You can crop, transform, or distort. I never use distort. I'm just gonna transform this and move it. Let's have it. Yeah, I think the cropping is fine. I'm just gonna copy and paste the same cropping to the rest of the videos. So I do Control-C, highlight the rest of these, Control-Shift-V. So now the rest of these TikTok screens are also in the same position. So let's go through and just do some cuts. And every single time I do my cuts, I make sure that I cut in the perfect spot. I feel because I'm very self-aware of how I speak to people and how I want to speak to people, I feel I have a really good understanding of how to structure my sentences and how to cut the sentences in a certain way that it's the most entertaining. Wow, that was really complicated. Okay, so here I open up a folder called Keep Away, so I want to add a little bit of emphasis to that. So I'm actually going to zoom in on my phone screen so you see Keep Away. How about Transform? And I just drag over to make it a little bit bigger. Bam, just like that. Okay, well I've kind of explained to you how I crop everything. I'm gonna go back to just speeding up. You get to enjoy a nice little time lapse. Bam! Okay, so I just did the first cut and I ate something because I was starving, hung around on my Twitter for a while, and now I'm back. It's a full-time job, okay? So I just did the first cut and I just dragged that into a new project so I can move on to the second cut and show you guys my process behind that. So let's go. Let's just audition and see which intro is better. Oh, this is a cute part though, where I tell him to scoot over, then he gets closer. Oh. I gotta keep that. How do I incorporate that into the intro? So it's cute. I like all the little shenanigans that we do, but like I said, you don't want to have too long of an intro. Maybe I'll keep the shenanigans, but I'll only cut it down to maybe 3 seconds, and then I'll incorporate the actual intro of the video where I say, we're gonna be looking at TikToks. Oh, maybe I could use this. So many shenanigans, man. Okay, so this ideally is where I would want to start the intro, where I'm facing away, and then I turn around and I say, yeah, it's TikTok time, because it's not too all over the place and confusing, you know? And I'll probably insert a little Will Smith video of where that reference is from, for those who don't understand what that means. So I'm gonna be yeah, TikTok time. It's gonna be a video of Will Smith, and then I need to somehow introduce my boyfriend, so let's find a video where I do that. Perfect. Okay, that's a good way to wrap up the joke. I'll end with us both referencing, yeah, TikTok time. I'm just like openly speaking my mind, okay? You might not understand what's going on, but maybe you are. Maybe it's helping. But I'm just speaking my thought process and maybe you'll understand it. Okay, so here is where I will introduce Tyrox. So right there, I'll just say, everybody welcome Tyrox. That's perfect. That is a perfect intro. Just enough, just the right amount of shenanigans and just the right amount of informative, this is what we're doing kind of video. I like it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna remove all of the old stuff. I wanna keep that, so I'm just gonna copy and paste it over here. Okay, so I've cut everything up and this is the new intro. Let's see if it looks any good. Yeah. It's TikTok time. Let's go look at some TikToks together. Everybody, welcome Tyrex. This is my boyfriend. TikTok time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so now I want to put in that clip of Will Smith saying, yeah, it's rewind time. Because that's what I'm referencing. I rip the videos from YouTube. I don't know if that's an illegal thing, but you gotta get the videos somehow, alright? And then I actually have built up a folder of memes, literally called memes. And then I drag all of my meme videos into here. So now I can use it for future use. So now if we play it back, yeah, it's TikTok time.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Oh, goodness. Here I'm just droning on about why I use TikTok. I'm not gonna include that because the intro's already long enough, so I'm going to copy and put it into deleted scenes. Okay, cool. I think I'm good with the intro. Usually I would go on to the rest of the video to edit the rest of the video, but because this is for YouTube, I'm going to make it very short. So I just finished the first pass, and now I'm gonna go through a second time and make it more interesting. I'm gonna add the music, add like some panning effects, some cropping effects, and all that jazz. So right there, I want to zoom in. Yeah. It's TikTok time. Right here. Click on the crop, and you all know how it works. You just crop it and make it a little smaller so I can crop it a little easier. Bam. It's TikTok time. Perfect. Okay, so right there, I want to emphasize that he's looking over. So I'm going to crop that as well. So right here is where I'm going to crop it. Just like a really fast crop. And then right here, it's called Ken Burns, where it like slowly zooms in a little bit. Okay, and right there, I want to add another Will Smith saying, yeah, TikTok time.
Yeah.
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 I don't know why I find these things so funny. I just find them hilarious, okay? Maybe I just find things a lot funnier than people usually think they actually are. But that's why you have editing me, to kind of emphasize what I think is funny, and maybe you can find it funny too. Or maybe no one understands my sense of humor. Okay, cool. Good intro. Nice. Now let's add the music. So I literally have a whole folder filled with music. I group all my music into different folders, like Christmas music, funky music, funny music. But I've been using a lot of this music by this guy named Kevin MacLeod. Let me just show you. If you haven't heard that song in a YouTube video, I don't know what YouTube videos you're watching. This music, it's free music that you can put on the background of your YouTube videos and you won't get copyrighted. And it's just funny, clumsy music. So if you also want to use it, just look up Kevin MacLeod and you can find all sorts of music from him. He makes so much music. So yeah, I think I might actually use this in the background of the video. Okay, so right there is where the music is gonna come in. So actually what I do with music is I pause it in times that I wanna add emphasis. So I'm gonna pause it right here, okay? And then I return the music when the mood lightens and we go back to what we were talking about. I don't know. I guess I stop the music when we go on side tangents or something. I think I'm just gonna have it zoom in on him when I say OnlyFans time, and then I'm going to turn off the black and white. Okay, and right there I'm gonna zoom in on my face when I say TikTok time actually. And I'm gonna get rid of the black and white. Oh, goodness, that was that was a lot of cropping. But it's the fun of it, okay? It's fun. I like doing it. Yeah, that's as far as I'll go for editing because it takes 8 hours and I can't stuff 8 hours into a video. I'm not going to. But, okay, I've shown you my process of how I do it. Now let's look at the final result and you guys can see from start to finish how I do it. Let's go. Yeah, it's TikTok time.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Let's go look at some TikToks together. Everybody, welcome Tyrex. This is my boyfriend. I don't know if you heard of him. Every single video when I say welcome Tyrex, you always do this. You always look over like there's another Tyrex. Where's the tiger fox? Where is he?
Yeah.
Right there. Go get him. Tyrex, this is not OnlyFans time. This is TikTok time.
Yeah.
Yaw.
Yeah.
There it is, everyone. I am satisfied with that, and I'm happy to have incorporated the it's TikTok time. Once I have it exported, I need to figure out the thumbnail. I used to make the thumbnails myself. I would just go into Photoshop. I would find a still image of the video, and then I would use like the magic wand tool to like crop out myself. But now I have employed Crystal Silverlight, who is an amazing artist, and she's really good at carving out pieces for me. So the past several videos have been drawn thumbnails from Crystal, and I couldn't be more grateful. Big props to Crystal. Please give her a follow. But yeah, I upload it to YouTube. I find a interesting title, I put in my description, and then here I upload the custom thumbnail that I get from Crystal. But I think that's all that I have. I've explained to you my editing process. I've explained to you like how I do all of my cuts, all of my zooms, what music I bring in, how much time I put into it, the type of equipment that I use, what I do for lighting, pretty much everything. Editing is a lot of work, especially if you want to like make it look good. And I don't know, I don't think that I can hire an editor because I also like editing so much myself. But yeah, that's the output. I spend a lot of time editing, but I also really love editing. It's just like you've seen how I react to myself when I put in memes and I cut a video a certain way. I just get a thrill off of editing and delivering a joke the best way that I can. I just find that really satisfying. And I think that's also why I love being a YouTuber, because I love being in front of a camera, but I also like being behind the scenes and doing all the stuff that it takes to produce a good video. I don't really have anything else to add. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a little thumbs up. If you saw it helpful, useful, let me know in the comments below as well. Not all my videos are like this. They're not all super informative. They're 95% just me having fun being a dog. So if you want to see more of that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. So that's all that I have for you guys this week, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.